Hi, you guys. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about how to start living a life of simplicity. So, I'm here with Jameson and my three other dogs, and I've just gotten off work, and so I am listening to a book called Soulful Simplicity, and I've been teaching simplicity and facilitating. I'm sorry, y'all. This is why I can't pay attention. Come here, girl. Come here. My sweet Rosie girl. See, she's one of my priorities. This is one of the reasons I love to come home. Come here, baby girl. Now Miss Pearl's coming over too. So I wanted to talk to you about how to figure out how to start living a life of more simplicity today. And I am sitting by the fire. It is, my old dog is coughing now. It is Wednesday afternoon, and I don't have to go back to work today like I normally do. So I've come home to make some lunch, to spend time with my animals, to do a little bit of work, to exercise. I've got a few errands to run today. So I've created this life where I have blocks of time to do things that matter to me. And what you do, the easiest way to figure out what's important to you is you start by making a gratitude list. So you simply sit down and you write down the things that you're grateful for. Now, I'm not talking just the big things like, oh, I'm grateful for my family or I'm grateful for my husband. Yes, those things need to be on there. But also the little things like the cup of coffee, the time in the morning for the cup of coffee, or when you get time to meditate or read or to exercise or to cook a good meal. The things that you notice in life that you feel really good about when you get to do those things. And they are also things that won't leave you with a hangover. So if you do something that brings you joy, but it gives you a hangover, and yes, in the physical sense and the non-physical sense, if it gives you an emotional hangover, then that's a problem. If it gives you a physical hangover, that's a problem. So any kind of overeating, drinking, and I'm not saying that that doesn't happen to all of us occasionally, or when you go shopping and you get a high, but then you've spent too much money or used your credit card and you get a low. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So what you want to do is write down what you're grateful for and the things that bring you happiness that you love, like maybe watching a Netflix movie or going for a walk with your loved ones. Rosie girl, come here. And so they decide the minute. This is why you see so many of my videos done in a car, because my animals are very vocal. So after you have identified what you're grateful for, you need to look at your calendar and you want to look at your bank statement or your credit card statement. This is going to tell you where you're spending your time. So if you look at those and you notice you're spending a lot of time maybe shopping or working or doing a lot of volunteer appointments that don't make you happy, you want to look at what you can cut. Now, if you feel like some people like to go all in whole hog. Other people feel a lot of stress about that, so you might cut one thing. I know a couple of years ago 7 years ago, when I became a single parent, which I'm past that now, kids are grown, but I gave up a lot of volunteer activities when I got divorced. I gave up trying to recycle all the time, because where I live, recycling is really hard, and I had to fill my car with loads and loads of garbage bags trying to work 3 jobs. I just gave up trying to be the perfect mom. And I just focused more on loving my kids and making sure that they had their basic needs met and their emotional needs met. So you have to think about what you can let go of. So start with what's easy first. For me, last January, I gave up teaching night classes. I work 5 days a week in the clinic, and we have random days off between clinics. So I use that time for downtime. But I decided that I didn't want to teach nights anymore. I've been teaching nights for 17 years. And then I recently, after 10 years of teaching workshops in school, have decided that I'm not going to own a school anymore, and I'm going to let go of that commitment. I'll still have to work some weekends because I do conference speaking and workshops, but I won't be committed to having to work on that all day during the week, because now I go into the office, I teach 6 classes a week. I work an average of about, 4 hours, 4 days a week, and 8 hours 1 day a week. And then I work 2 to 3 weekends a month teaching school, and I'll be able to let go of that. I also now have to work about 2 to 4 hours a day in addition to working at the clinic on my school. So it's going to free up a lot of my time. So my point about this is you might have to plan. And so it might not happen right now, but you might say, well, in 6 months from now, I'm going to give up this commitment. Or when this commitment is over, I'm not going to feel that time. Or I'm going to pay off my car so I can let go of having to work overtime. So it does sometimes take planning. Sometimes there's things you can do today. And then you do that little by little by little. And you start to simplify your life in ways that, for me, I mean, there's so many things I've done over the years I can't even begin to tell you. I do this through a means of the frugality lens, but not everything is just about frugality. A lot of times what is saving you money is saving you time. So you may notice if you watch my videos that my hair has changed a lot. I'm growing out my bangs. I'm letting my hair grow long again so that I can go to wearing a bun and not having haircuts in color all the time. I have reduced my wardrobe this year drastically so that when I go to my closet, I kind of have a uniform. Most days I wear leggings and a sweater and boots to work. I have 2 pairs of boots that I interchange every day. And if I'm teaching yoga, I have like 4 or 5 pairs of sweatpants and 4 or 5 pairs of leggings. And that's kind of my uniform for that. So there are so many things that you can do. But to start, identify where your time is going, identify what makes you happy and where you're grateful, and start to focus your time on that. All right, I hope this has been helpful. I have many videos on this channel. Just subscribe and like for new videos, and you can go back through them. A lot of them are on yoga therapy, but yoga therapy is all about the connection of the mind, because what you put in here is going to manifest in your life in the way that you speak, the way that you act, the decisions that you make. All right, have a great day. I'm going to enjoy this warm fire with my puppy dogs, and I'm going to go make a nice healthy meal. Take care.